Smiling is the most selfless thing a person can do. Smiling is not just for you, it's for other people. For them to know that you're safe, that you're a good person, good energy. That's why the happiest people have been through the most shit. They know that the only way to get through it is to smile, is to put on a happy face. I don't know when it started, but it's become a part of me. All I want to do is make people laugh. It's the one true sign that you can tell somebody likes you. It's a superpower. What I didn't recognize is that it was also a sign for a pattern. My desire for social connection, my desperation for it. I recently let a deadline pass on a job I didn't really want to do. My mom is even allowing me to do this summer what I thought would never have been possible. I got what I wanted to focus on my goals, yet it feels wrong. Maybe it's because I'm scared. For the first time, I'm taking a chance, veering off the path of normality towards the unknown, and the outcome is on me. The pressure is on me. I'm taking a heavier load, a heavier backpack, and walking alone. And that's scary for me. Someone who's so desperate for that connection, for that approval, for that interaction. If I'm alone walking down that path, there's no one to crack jokes with, no one to talk to, no one to distract myself. I it's all on me. All of the focus is on myself internally. I'm trying to reconcile if I care about appearances, because smiling's part of appearances, right? Put on a happy face, the interaction, being kind. Part of it's real, part of it's also appearance. It's a part of an appearance, not just the things you wear, but it's the way you act. And in the way I act and the way I act and appear in that way, I think I care a lot. But then there's other parts, maybe physical parts, the types of shoes I wear, wearing designer stuff, wearing like, I don't know. I don't really care what I wear. And a lot of people do. And I think people around me try to convince me to care. They point out things to make you feel self conscious. Or why are you wearing those shoes? They look ugly. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And they try to make you care. And then you either disagree with them, get angry at them, get mad at them for being rude, disrespectful, or you reflect and feel a little self conscious and you change. And in some cases, that can be good because maybe you were ignoring a certain aspect of your life and that was causing uh, not damage, but like, say you were a messy person, right? And someone pointed it out and then you learned to clean up your room. I wouldn't say that was necessarily a bad thing. And if you were doing it for appearances, okay, maybe the motive is not the best, but in the end, it had a good result. So in some cases, this can be better, but in other cases, this can cause obsessive body imaging problems. And I think a lot of people in our age, in our generation, especially women, but also men and boys our age in general, have a body image problem. They see things on the internet, whether it's someone using steroids or someone, for in the woman's case, using a lot of filters and makeup and lighting and angles to make them look perfect. And it can make you feel self conscious and feel less than. And it's okay to strive for more, right? I'm always striving to look better, to be a fitter, to do all of this. And I'm sure some of my motives aren't great. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I don't think I am perfect. I am struggling too with this. But there's also an unrealistic expectation and an unrealistic timeline of expectation for what I'm supposed to look like or what people are supposed to look like. And it could feel demotivating. It could feel like nobody's going to care. It could feel like it's never going to happen. And so I think it's important to address issue, this issue I want to talk about today, which is about body image and about being happy with yourself and about smiling. Smiling's good. Smiling's great. Being happy is great. And I think there's two sides of it that I want to explain and elaborate. So the first side is how I said smiling is for somebody else. It's to make them feel better. It's to, make them think you're safe, make them think you're a good person, but it's also for yourself. And a fake smile is for other people, but they can also feel it fake. If you're genuinely happy, they can feel that too. And that energy is contagious. And so taking care of yourself, loving yourself, also is in a way a selfless act, because the way you interact with people is more positive, is with better energy, and makes them feel better. And so I feel like there's something here that hasn't been addressed, or not in the angle that I'm trying to address it at, that should be talked about more. And I think a lot of the people that are on the internet that are talking, that do have a voice, are the people that we so often strive to look as, right? Because these people are beautiful people. They could be on substances, and advertising their pre-workout programs or this and that. And I know it's becoming more open, right? But there's still a lot of lies and gray areas that we still haven't addressed yet, and we might not ever address. So I feel like it needs to come from a regular person. It's okay to not be shredded with the six pack. I'm not talking about settling. I'm talking about not allowing yourself to slip into a toxic mindset just for potential benefited outcome. Because even if you achieve it, you're still going to have that toxic mindset, and that's even harder to get rid of than the fat that's on your stomach. So there's just this idea that I've come victim to and that I'm really struggling with dissolving, that things need to get done quickly, that there's this sense of urgency, and it creates anxiety. It creates depression. It creates all of these mental illnesses that our generation has spiked in the charts of people who have it, and ratios of people who have it. And that's just one factor of what's caused this built up of anxiety. And there's, obviously politics, the news, the internet just feeding you negative, negative, negative information. But I think a lot of it roots from image and how we look at ourselves, both physically and social status, and what we've done, what we've achieved, and what we have yet to achieve. And seeing all these people that are successful, and some of them for virtually no apparent reason other than their pretty face on a screen. And it can make you feel less than, because it seems like there's so many of them. But I think we forget how many people there actually are in the world, and how siloed it is for what's on the internet versus what's reality. And I think the best human beings, honestly, are the ones that aren't on the internet. I just think, it takes a certain type of person to even want to be on here. Like, I've asked plenty of my friends, "Oh, do you want to get interviewed on my podcast?" And a lot of them have said no. And to me, because maybe I've got a little bit of issue up here, I don't understand that. But for them, they don't want a social presence. They don't want an online presence. They just want to do their thing. And I think that's incredible. And I'm sure they're going to be successful, whatever they're doing. So my message is to laugh, right? Not take things so serious, to relax. I'm taking this message for myself too, because I put a lot of pressure on myself to succeed, to do well, to strive for goals. And I think I've let those goals slip in the past couple of weeks. And I was a little bit hard on myself for doing that. And I took a full day off today for the most part and just chilled. And days like those allow me to get my best ideas because it's like I'm putting a cap on the bottle and letting the pressure build. And then I'm letting it explode. And all of these ideas come rushing in. And it's great. It's great for my creativity. It's great for my body to relax. And my problem is that it's not planned. I don't place it in because I'm not sure when I'm going to need it. But I need to allow myself to, when I need it, to realize that and to take the day off. And it's teaching me this. And so I'm about to go on a trip with my friends tomorrow. And it's going to be really fun. And we're going to go to one of my friends' colleges. And maybe I'll do an interview or something there, but probably not. I'll probably just upload this video as is. And I'm going to just have fun and enjoy it. And, you know, I just want to know, I just want to have a good time, laugh, make people smile, and just see what happens. So this is kind of the message I was thinking about today. And, any other stuff that's been on my mind, it's been more of me trying to figure out what I'm doing in the summer. And it aligns with this, is what I was talking about. And I had a couple options, and there was no easy answer for me because a lot of things are still uncertain. And I know this next month and probably 2 months are going to be crazy. But I didn't know what was going to happen, right? So I didn't know how to make a decision, and that's not normal for me. I'm pretty good at making decisions. I just do it, and we go from there. But I was trying to think what's holding me back, what's stopping me from making a decision, and it was because there were different reasons for wanting to do different things. Different things gave me different, I don't know, joys. But I made a promise to myself to get these goals done for this year, that I would actually get them done. No more BSing. No more, oh, yeah, I'll get this done and get one goal done. I'm getting these goals done. And if I really want to keep on that promise, then I think I made the right choice of letting that deadline pass and focusing on my goals for this year. So this summer, I'm just going to focus on the book, focus on this podcast, hopefully get some more guests on, and really try to make something of my goals. Develop what I actually want to develop rather than doing these side things that I keep allowing myself to say yes to. And nobody's making me do it. I just feel that I need to do it because that's what everybody else is doing. And I know that now. I thought it was maybe my parental pressure, but it's not. I thought it was maybe friend pressure. They don't care. It's not. So there's no pressure. It's pressure that I've created. It's caused me to avoid doing what I want to do. And now that that pressure's gone, it's weird. I don't know where to go from here because I've always used the pressure as an excuse, but it doesn't exist. So now there's no excuse, and now all I have to do is just do it. And that's scary. I'll admit it, that's a scary thing to face. There's no longer a resistance. I can just go. Do I have enough energy to make it that far? Can I even make it that far? Do I have what it takes? Am I good enough? Is it, or will I spend all this time, no more pressure, and I fail? That would be awful. That would be scary. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I know that I've denied my goals for a couple weeks and I need to get back on them. And I need to stop letting things slip that are enjoyable in the moment, but sacrificing my goals in the future. And you start taking risks. And you start saying yes to a lot of things, but with parameters, of course. Yes, as long as they align with my goals. And no, if they don't. Nope, that's not one of my goals. I'll do this though, but I won't do this. Knowing where the boundaries lie so that I have don't feel guilty for saying no. Because in order to say yes, you have to say no to everything else. Yes, I'll wake up early means no, I'm not going to get full 8 hours of sleep. Or I have to, no, I'm not going to go to bed at 12. I'm going to go to bed at 10. You got to set these parameters for yourself of saying yes to the goals you have and no to everything else. And I let that get mixed. I let that get confused because I thought I had to present a certain image, do a certain thing for me to be seen as successful at the time. But I need to learn that it's okay to not look successful in the moment for you to reach success later in the future. And that's hard for me because I care what people think. And I'm going to continue to care. So it's just going to be hard. But I need to move forward knowing that in the future it will be different. It'll be what you want because what is now, what is present is sure, maybe you're appealing to what people want you to do now, but you're still got that internal pain from not achieving the goals you've set out since what, 8th grade. So that's where I'm at right now. I have the reins and I have to just go. And I got to stop worrying about what might happen and just see what will happen. And that's going to start tomorrow on my trip. I'm just going to go. Let things happen. And be okay with the results. Learn from the results. Process them. And then get better. And I'll let you guys know how that goes. Obviously, I'm not breaking my promise of posting once a week for the whole year of 2025. This is episode 12, 13. I don't actually know. It's one of those, 12 or 13. So I'm going to keep my promise. And if you're going to keep watching, I appreciate it. All the people that watched the last episode, thank you. It got a good amount of views. I'm going to keep trying to make episodes entertaining. I'm going to keep trying to have topics that are both relatable to me, stuff I'm going through now, and stuff that other people are going through as well. And I'm just going to use this podcast as a sounding board. And if you listen, awesome. If you don't, well, it is what it is. I'm going to continue to get better at talking. I'm going to focus more on the summer of my public speaking skills, on getting rid of the likes, and as, on topics that aren't just a couple bullet points I have on a doc, but actually more full thought out topics so that it's a more entertaining flow for you guys. And I'm going to continue to improve. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. And I'll see you probably next week. I'll see you next week. But yeah, thank you.